Have you ever mixed up these three types of IP addresses with each other? I know I have. Let's take a look at them in detail and differentiate them from each other in this video. So IPv6 static default routes. So these are used when we don't have a destination route in our routing table. We use this default route address of : 0 prefix. Now, this is used for that purpose. However, it looks very similar when we don't consider the prefix. They looks exactly the same as the unspecified IPv6 address, but this is completely different. This is used when we have, for example, here we've got two PCs. They've got IPv6 addresses. They're happy. They've got IPv6 addresses. Now here we have a PC and it doesn't have an IPv6 address. That's why it's sad. However, it's got a double set of eyes here. Or why is that? Well, that is just to represent this double colon, the double colon of doom, I call it, because it's not received an IPv6 address. It's unhappy. However, what happens is it receives one of these IP addresses. Maybe not the best case. This is something that won't be routed on the network, but it gives it an IPv6 address in the meantime. It's like, okay, hey, you don't have an IPv6 address. Okay, you can have this instead. At least you've got one now. Yes, you don't have one like the other guys, which can be routed over the network, but you still got an IPv6 address. So it's not the best situation, but you still got an IPv6 address now. So that's the double colon of doom. So IPv6 static default route, we've got : 0 prefix. Unspecified IPv6 address, : but 128 prefix. Now, finally, loopback IPv6 addresses. This uses a : 1 and then 128 prefix /128. So : 1 /128. And this is used. This is actually the equivalent of this in IPv4. It's used to ping for an end device. Is used by a device to do a ping to itself. So : 1 /128 is the equivalent of 127.0.0.1, which is used in IPv4 as the loopback address. So that's these three IPv6 address types, which are quite confusing when we mix them up with each other. But that's them hopefully demystified in this video. Thank you for watching.